40.
The late evening news from Granada now, tonight with Sir Rahman.
Good evening. Tilting trains by the year 2002 and 30 minutes off the journey time from Manchester to London. Two of the promises from tycoon Richard Branson, whose Virgin company has been awarded a 15-year franchise to operate the West Coast Main Line. Trevor Green has the details.
Tilting trains made in Sweden and Italy could be operating here in the northwest in 5 years. Virgin boss Richard Branson today pledged to turn one of Britain's most cash-starved rail routes into the best rail service in Europe.
People in the northwest will see a radical difference to the way they've seen rail today. We will put things like seatback videos in those trains. We will make buying the tickets much easier. All they have to do is ring a number and they'll be given a number rather than having to have a ticket.
The North West Rail Consultative Committee says it wants to see lower fares.
Well, fares, I think, are certainly going to be a consideration for people. The full fare for travelling, say, from here to London is really quite expensive.
Virgin Rail wants to take 30 minutes off the 2.5-hour journey to London from Manchester and Liverpool. With tilting trains, that journey will be even faster, but it's up to Railtrack to fund the improvements needed.
A 3-year-old Liverpool boy who disappeared with his father 7 months ago has been found safe and well in London. Jordan Ferreira Pritchard went missing with John Pritchard last June after custody was awarded to his mother, Angela. John Pritchard surrendered to police last month but refused to say where his son was. He was out of jail for a year for contempt and Jordan was made a ward of court. Arrangements are being made to return the little boy to Merseyside. 2 people have been arrested. Merseyside police are tonight under fire after a mother of 2 and a grandfather were sprayed with CS gas in 2 separate incidents within 24 hours. Merseyside police say the gas is useful for diffusing potentially violent situations. Tim White reports.
Mother of 2, Sharon Kinney from Port Sunlight, was out with her 2 daughters. She parked in Church Road, Tranmere, and was asked to move on by police. She refused. An argument started and police say an officer used a CS spray after she attacked him. Mrs. Kinney is now planning to sue the police.
He then just sprayed fully in my face at one spurt. I didn't know what it was, but it was some sort of a gas. As I bent down to rub my eyes, he actually got me in a headlock, and he just, as far as I was concerned, he'd emptied the rest of the contents of this can directly in my face.
Mick Kilcullen, a 49-year-old grandfather, had never seen the inside of a police station until Monday. He was with dozens of other sack dockers on the picket line in Liverpool when there was an altercation with an officer about an earlier incident in the dispute. A short time later, Mr. Kilcullen says he was grabbed by 3 officers from the OSD, the Operational Support Division, before being sprayed.
I can absolutely assure everybody that the officers of Merseyside Police are not using these sprays willy-nilly, as you say. It is strictly monitored, they're very strictly trained, and they will only use them in circumstances that they feel appropriate.
Mrs. Kinney and Mr. Kilcullen are now both facing public order charges. But angry and bitter over what they claim is heavy-handed treatment, both are also planning to sue Merseyside Police for compensation.
Up to 2,000 jobs could come to the region with the construction of a new media park and visitor attraction on Merseyside. The National Discovery Park on Liverpool's waterfront is being given £27 million of lottery funding. It'll have a science discovery hall, an amphitheatre, media factory and walkway to the Albert Dock. The project at Chivas Park in Liverpool is due to be completed by the new millennium. Plans were unveiled today to turn the Northwest into a mini Hollywood. More than £1 million is being poured into a new Northwest Film Commission. Its aim is to bring budding producers together to make new films across the region. Angela Pearce reports.
I'll forgive you if you forgive me.
Brief Encounter, one of Britain's best-loved films. It was actually shot on Carnforth Station in the Northwest. The hopes of the newly established Northwest Film Commission is to have more films made here.
We already have a tremendous slice of the business here in the Northwest. What we need to do is to build upon that and get more.
This is a unique venture uniting the BBC, Granada and Mersey TV. It's benefiting from European cash, and there's also an application into the lottery. Though it's the last such commission to be formed in Britain, it is the largest, and it's hoped that it'll also be the most successful.
I think there's an amazing amount of talent that comes from the Northwest.
like oasis. Look, I think we've got bags of talent here.
One of the main qualities required in the chief executive will be to ensure that the North West has a quality skills base, to ensure that we can attract the best film deals.
Some news just coming in. High winds have blown the roof off Chadderton Sports Centre near Oldham. Police have closed Middleton Road and other streets nearby. Winds are causing problems across the region, so if you are going out, please do take care. Moving on to football and some successful results in the region tonight. Manchester United are still at the top of the Premiership, maintaining a 1-point lead over Liverpool, who beat Leeds 4-0. United won 2-1 away to Arsenal. In Division 3, Chester beat Scunthorpe 2-0 and Rochdale were held to a goalless draw by Hereford. And finally, our Glad Rags bus is on the road tomorrow at the Asda car park, Victoria Centre in Crewe between 11 and 1. And then it'll be in Granada tonight from the Merseyway Shopping Centre in Stockport, live with Paul Crone and all the team. So do take along your second-hand clothes. Until then, from the late team here in Liverpool, good night.
Granada weather, sponsored by First Choice Holidays, for a refreshing choice.
The gale force winds with gusts to 50 or 60 miles per hour will continue tonight. Occasional showers are also likely, and they will turn wintry over the hills as it becomes colder. Thursday morning will be rather cloudy with some heavy showers in the north, but the south of the region will be dry with a few bright intervals. More persistent rain will return to much of Cumbria and Lancashire during the afternoon. It will be another windy day with gales in exposed places. Friday will be less windy, but still very breezy, and although mostly dry at first, rain is likely later. Saturday will be cloudy and very windy with some rain. Sunday will be drier and brighter, but wet and windy weather will return on Monday.
For a more detailed 5-day outlook, call Weather Update, sponsored by First Choice Holidays on 0891 55 9977.